Tell me how it feels to be a 49ers fan right now. What's up? Good morning. I'm Grant Cohn. Welcome to the Cohn Phone. My dad is taking the day off because it's Rosh Hashanah. He's retired and he feels that as a Jew, he shouldn't be working on Rosh Hashanah. As a Jew, I shouldn't either, but I'm not retired. So I'm working today. I'm working the phones. You're welcome to call in. If you're Jewish, you better not call in. You better go to temple right now. Right now. All non-Jews welcome. Actually, Jews are welcome to call. I don't want to be discriminatory towards my own people. So what we're going to do today, what a way to start the show. I'd like to know how you feel about the Niners right now. They're 3-0. Nick Bosa's out for the season. Are you feeling great? Are you feeling depressed? Are you somewhere in a healthy middle? I'd like to know. The link is in the description. It's in the chat box. But before I get to your calls, there is some news about CJ West. And before I get to the news about CJ West, I want to talk about my sponsor for today's Cohn Phone, Brunt Footwear. You can see the little logo right here over call that my left shoulder. And they just sent me these boots in the mail. Look at these boots. I own these. You haven't seen me with boots like these. You know what I'm saying? These are my favorite boots I've ever owned and my favorite shoes I have right now. If you don't know about me, I basically take all of my fashion cues from rap. And when it came to boots growing up, of course, there's your Tims and there's your Wallies. Those are kind of like New York fashion. I'm from the West Coast. We wear a lot of Vans and stuff. So I didn't really like Tims growing up. I felt like they took a while to break in. They hurt my feet and they were clunky. Wallies were a lot of fun, but they're not really work boots. Brunt has like the perfect intersection of Tim and Wally. It's comfortable like a Wally, but it's sturdy like a Tim. And I didn't know I needed this in my rotation, but now this is my A1 shoe. I highly recommend. And just look how pretty it is. Look at the material. Look at the bottom. It says Brunt on the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Since when do I have sponsors like this? It says Brunt on the shoe. Like I said, if you're into Tims and Wallies, this is the shoe for you. Like I could see Ghostface wearing a Brunt, but I could also see John Cena wearing a Brunt. I could see Stone Cold Steve Austin wearing a Brunt and Raekwon the shit. So that's always been my ideal shoe. I didn't know it existed until now, but it does. So for a limited time, our listeners and viewers get $10 off at Brunt when you use code COHN at checkout. Just head to bruntworkwear.com, use code COHN, and you're good to go. And after you order, they'll ask where you heard about Brunt. Do us a favor and tell them it was from this show. Do yourself a favor and get these boots, man. Ghostface. Okay, here's the news. You know about Nick Bosa. It's not great. He has a torn ACL, but you may not. CJ West has a broken thumb. As if it couldn't get worse. He could play this week. He's gonna have surgery. And they're going to give him a cast, and hopefully he can play. But as a defensive tackle, it seems like playing with the cast would really hurt your effectiveness because you have to use your hands and you have to get off blocks. Maybe he could use his cast as a weapon. Maybe he could club people in the face. But in football, players wear helmets. So that may not be an effective move. He could try the club move. But the Niners' defensive line is kind of in shambles right now. Bosa out, CJ West out. Which absence hurts the Niners more? Nick Bosa, former Defensive Player of the Year, or CJ West, who was the training camp one-on-one superstar MVP? It's hard to say. But is this going to cost the Niners a victory against the Jaguars? I don't think so. That's what's kind of interesting about this predicament the Niners are in. Like, no CJ West, no Nick Bosa. Does that mean that they're going to lose 10 games this year? I don't think so. I think they're probably still going to win 10 games. I think their defense is probably still going to be good. They could have had a top 2 or 3 defense in the league with Nick Bosa on the team. Without Nick Bosa, it should still be top 10, at least in yards allowed. I don't know how they'll do in points allowed, but Last time Bosa missed a season, they were top 5. They had Jason Verrett, Diamador Lenore is a lot like that. They had Fred Warner. He's still here. He's as good as ever. So how depressed are you about these injuries? And why do you think they're happening? And who's going to be the first person to call in? I got 400 people waiting. No one's calling in yet. Click the link in the description. I know you guys are working. You probably can't all get away from work, but just tell your boss that you have to go on the Cohn phone. I'm sure your boss is a fan. I need to know how you guys feel today. I feel like this is the perfect day to do the Cohn phone because the season is just off to such a great start. This is a team that could win a Super Bowl. I mean, easy schedule, really good young players stepping up, but no Nick Bosa. It's like the core of the team that the Niners talked about all offseason. Don't worry about our team. Yeah, we have a lot of turnover and young guys, but we have our core and we'll be fine, therefore, because of our core. Well, the core's all out. Kittle, Brock, Bosa. Christian isn't what he used to be. Ayuk isn't back yet. Jennings is out. And they're still winning because of Eddie Pinheiro, Mykel Williams, Bryce Huff, the new core. What's the new core of the team? Eddie Pinheiro is definitely in it. Kickers are important. Kickers matter. This team is so much better because Jake Moody isn't on it anymore. Can't undersell that. Mykel Williams is in the core. Bryce Huff is in the core. Fred Warner is always in the core for sure. Diamador Lenore in the core. So that's 4 core members on the defense right now without Bosa. Offense, you still got Trent. He's in the core. Christian, because they give him half the plays, although he's not what he used to be. Still good receiver. He's in it. 2 quarterbacks are in the core now. Make room for Mac Jones up in that core. Is there any more room for Mac Jones in that core? Yes, there is. 2 quarterbacks, no tight end until George Kittle comes back. Not the fullback. Ricky's in the core. Young Vanilla Ice. It's a pretty big core, even without Nick Bosa, even without George Kittle. 2 quarterbacks, a running back, a wide receiver, an offensive lineman. That's 5 on offense, 4 on defense. You got a cupcake schedule. This is the year. And I think they really should go for it, make a trade, get a guy like Kayvon Thibodeau, because have you looked at the schedule next year? Next year, they're facing the AFC West and the NFC East. So, Eagles, Commanders, Cowboys, Chiefs, Chargers, Broncos. I'm not mentioning the team in Las Vegas. They freaking suck. But this is the year to do it. And just because Nick Bosa went down doesn't mean you give up. You have a good edge rusher in Bryce Huff. You have a good interior rusher in Mykel Williams. Why not go get another Bryce Huff? Don't give up now at 3-0. Don't sit on your hands or be sellers at the deadline like the freaking San Francisco Giants, pissing me off. Okay. Who we got first? We got Anias, who's walking around looking for the right place. He's got something on his mind, I can tell. We also have Steven Ramsey, who's sort of half in the picture and half not. Hey, Steven. I'm going to go with Anias first. He got in line first, and then Steven Ramsey. We'll go from there. Take this banner off the screen. All right, Anias.
What's going on, Grant? Pepsi, large. What's going on, Grant? I want to just talk about. I feel like we'll be straight because we 3-0 right now. I just feel like losing Jordan Mason really just hurts us because you see what he's doing on the Vikings. Like he's Pepsi. He's really started. Yeah. Bet.
What are you doing right now?
Oh, I'm on campus. You know I'm in college.
You're on campus?
Yeah.
All right, man. Get your coffee and then go sit down, and I'm gonna come back to you in 5 minutes.
5 minutes? All right, babe. Give me 5 minutes.
Yeah. All right. Steven Ramsey. What's up, Steven?
What's up, Grant? Man, been following you for a long time. I think we'll be okay without Bosa just because I think he's a selfish rusher. I think we have better rush integrity without him on the field. But I love Bosa, big fan. Hey, I don't want to talk nothing negative on him, but I think we play better as a unit when he rushes up the field a lot, leaves the quarterback a lot of places to escape. And I think he's a selfish rusher a lot of time out for his own self.
I absolutely agree. And I feel like you haven't been able to say it because he is good and he racks up a lot of pressures.
For
But
sure.
watching him side by side with Michael Williams, you can see the difference because Michael is not a selfish rusher. He's not a diva whatsoever. He's the ultimate team player.
Michael reminds me of Justin Smith a little bit. Watching
Yep.
Alden and Justin play, just because he does take the double teams and he'll do the dirty work and he clogs up the run. I mean, like a Eric Armstead in the past and DeForest Buckner, but I don't know. He seems more. He's strong. I don't know, for a young man, he plays so strong.
He's really strong. I don't want to put any limits on him. I feel like I want to see him play defensive end more. They've been using him at defensive tackle, and he's been really good at that. But now they need a defensive end. He's built like Alden Smith. He's improved rapidly throughout the 3 games that he's played. I think they need to play him out there. And even if he's not getting a ton of sacks, he could get pressure and, make the quarterback move his feet and move into Bryce Huff or someone else.
Yeah, Bryce Huff off the edge is definitely an upgrade. And he's healthy. Maybe we'll see more Bryce Huff without. And Sam, man, Sam is playing great off the edge. Kyler's he's a hard quarterback to get. He always gives us trouble. So chasing him down, Sam was gassed out the other day out there.
They got to figure out what they want, what they're doing at right cornerback, because if they can get, if it's Green, then great. If it's Luter, then great. But right now, I'm not sure it's Green. If they can figure that out, then Saleh can call more 5-man pressures, more man-to-man coverage. Stout can hold up. Stout can blitz. Lenore can hold up. It's just really the question to me is that one cornerback spot. If they can figure that out, they can definitely manufacture a pass rush and be aggressive that's what they did in 2022 when they had Mosley and Verrett.
Yeah, team definitely picking on Green. I thought they tried up and Stout a lot, but he stepped up to the plate.
He's good.
So
Yeah.
yeah, they got to help. They got to find some help for Green over the top or something because he's getting picked on right now.
You saw he has a neck injury. He's day-to-day, so he may not even be the cornerback this week. We'll see what happens. I also like to. I want to know what's up with Chase Lucas. He was so good in the preseason. Can he not play on the outside? I want to know.
Yeah, and good thing Marvin Harrison Jr. can't catch a cold because that game would have been different if he could.
Yeah, do the Niners lose that game if he just catches the ball?
Probably.
Yeah, probably
for sure.
It's incredible how close NFL games are.
Yeah, and just the kicker, Eddie De Niro.
What a player, man.
Yes, sir.
That was really cool.
I appreciate it, Grant. Thank you.
All right, Steven, thanks for calling in and carrying us. Appreciate you. Anias is ready. What's going on?
All right. But before we even get this started, we forgot to mention, thank God Jake Moody's off the team. Every day I wake up, Jake Moody's not on the team. I just appreciate my life. I thank Jesus Christ for it. But let's talk about Jordan Mason, man. He's averaging 5.4 yards a carry. We gave CMC the ball at least 20 plus times every game. We just need a backup running back. We don't have Garindo. I don't know who the other running backs are.
Brian Robinson Jr.
But if we're being honest, he's bigger than Jordan Mason, but does he run harder than Jordan Mason?
I don't think so.
He had that 19-yard gain, but when I watched him on the Commanders, he doesn't do nothing with a bad O-line. The Vikings don't even got a better O-line than us, and Mason's killing it.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing exactly on the Vikings what he did on the 49ers. I don't know if the Niners thought that he was a product of Kyle's system and he would fall apart over there, but he's one of the top running backs in the league right now. He's better than Christian McCaffrey right now at just running the ball.
He is. I definitely get why they did it because, they wanted to get picks to get Siegel or extra safety, but it don't matter. Mason, he could really uplift us even with this Nick Bosa injury because we can just run the ball and just pound out teams, but we can't because Mac Jones has been thrown 40 plus times both games, right?
I think this was the worst decision of the offseason. Signing Mac Jones was a great decision. Getting Robert Saleh was a coup. But you trade Jordan Mason to save money, I guess, and then you turn around and re-sign or keep Juszczyk and then panic trade for Brian Robinson Jr. You don't need either of those two guys. You need Mason.
Exactly, Mason, and then
you could put Tonjes at fullback. It doesn't matter.
Literally, because Tonjes has been good. Even Luke, the Luke guy,
Luke Farrell, either one.
He could play fullback. He got a touchdown 2 weeks ago. They in the system. But can we let's get to Michael Williams, this first round pick. I like him so far.
Hey
He has
man, if
done his
Juszczyk was
job.
real quick, if Juszczyk was such a good blocker, would they be running the ball right now? Like, why can't they run the ball if he's so incredible?
Why in the red zone we did a play action to him? Because we can't run the ball.
Yep, that's true.
Can't.
Nice catch though. Okay, let's talk about Michael.
Okay, so our first round pick has been injured all through training camp, preseason, didn't play much, and then the couple games season, like he hasn't really stood out to me as much as I expected. Because when I heard that he was a great run defender, I'm thinking like he's going to be like really stopping the run, which I mean he has, but he hasn't shown like amazing flashes like how most defensive players are looking right now. Because like even like Will Johnson on the Cardinals, I know he didn't play against us, but he had a pretty good 2 games before
He looked really good. And the thing with Michael that I want to remind people is like he missed a whole preseason, a lot of training camp. Like he did a lot of nothing week 1. He's been defending the run, but like as a pass rusher, I think his win rate was like 0 week 1. It was like 10% week 2, and it was about 20% week 3. So I'm really interested to see where it seems like he's improving rapidly, but maybe I don't know. We'll see.
I feel like he's like the Forrest Buckner Armstead replacement because like he can play both, but like he's not as tall as them. Like you know what I mean? Like, so I'm just hoping that they can really like scheme up pressures for him. Or like
he's built more like Alden, and I feel like since they had Bosa and Bryce Huff, they were like, well, there's really no space for him on the edge, so let's get him work in the interior so we can play them all together. Now that Bosa's out, it's like, hey man, why don't you play your first round pick at his true position and see how it goes?
Literally, because I mean, we draft him. He's an edge for a reason, so we need him to produce. And and honestly, Grant, you have predicted both of these 2 trades that we should have did. If the Niners would have listened to Quality Control, you got to listen to it every week. Nick Bosa and George Kittle, if they would have been traded last year or 2 years ago, where are we looking at right now? They're both injured, and I know you've seen like the reports on Twitter. Like every player we've signed, in the last like 2 years has injured to big money. They're not playing. Like I don't understand. Like we have a chance.
It's just a very unforgiving game, especially to older athletes. And you get old so fast in football.
I get that, but
like right now, Bosa went from 2 weeks ago being like, man, this guy's the best player on the team, to being like, man, what's he gonna be like when he gets back? He'll be like 29. Yeah, is he still gonna be getting double-digit sacks? Or is he just gonna be overpaid?
And mind you, Micah Parsons already ruined the trade value for edges. Now what we're going to get for Bosa? A second round? Like, it's crazy.
Well, I don't know that you can trade him now, right? Because he's coming off this injury. And let me tell you what his cap number is next year. Can you guess what his cap number is next year? How about that?
Okay. It's probably more than Brandon Ayuk, so I'm guessing at least $28 million.
You're guessing at least $28 million. You are correct. It is at least $28 million, but it is not $28 million. Why don't you try again?
All right, so I know Bosa got that cheese, so 35.
42. $42 million is his cap number next year. That's 14.2% of the cap, estimated, of course.
Can't
trade that.
I wish, I hope the reporters ask like the owner this question: how does he feel but keep spending money on these injured players? Like, when is he going to get the return on the investment? Because I remember watching your show yesterday. Bosa only had 19 sacks after we paid him. That is not a lot.
When are the Niners going to get tough and be like, you know what? You're a great player. We're trading you for 5 players. We're not paying you all this money because when you get hurt, then we have all this money on the bench in the training room. And they got to do it eventually, man. They always want to keep these players because they're part of their family. It's like, man, it's not a family. Yeah. It's a football team.
This is not the NBA. You can't keep a band together for 5 years. And then
that's what they think they're like a boy band.
Literally, the circle, the clique. And lastly, remember when we were talking about in the offseason how we should wait to pay Brock Purdy until at least halfway through the season because we still had him under contract. And if we would have waited, like now he has turf toe, and we see what Mac Jones is doing. We could have saved ourselves another like $50 million right there. Like it's just a lot of mistakes that the front office is making right now. And honestly, we're 3-0, but I can't even be too happy because of everything that's happening right now.
Anias, thank you for calling in, man. I appreciate you.
No problem. Have a great day.
All right, man. We're off to a good start in the Cohn phone. Joseph Ernberg says, Grant's been too positive lately. Season over. It's my fault. I firmly blame myself. Too shiesty. 39 says, next press, you should question Kyle about Garendo getting touches on offense. Bring back Kyle from 2019 using all his running backs. Yeah, it's a fair question, man. You traded up for Garendo. Hold on. Let me check out Isaac Garendo. So Isaac Garendo, I mean, he didn't have a good offseason. We know that. He was injured. He fumbled in practice. It was practice, though. Brock Purdy throws a bajillion picks in practice. So Garendo had 84 carries last year. And now he can't sniff the field while the Niners aren't running the ball at all. He averaged 5 yards a carry last year. I'm not saying he's going to fix the offense, but like give him one, maybe two. Good call. All right. Who we got? Drippy Dad. He was sideways for a minute, but now he's. What's up, Drippy? How you doing?
I'm doing well. What's going on, Grant Code? Yeah, I had to fix that. I was just telling my wife, like, hey, I think when I put my charger in, I think I'm gonna be showing sideways, so I gotta fix that.
Yeah, you got it.
Hey, man, but first, man, shout out to you, man, for doing your thing. I've seen the growth over the years. Continue to grind, man. But just wanted to I wanted to shout out Kyle Shanahan, man. You know, coming into this season, you know, I was really it was one of them seasons where you didn't really know what it was going to look like for the team. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to shout him out for continuing to put the staff together that is needed, right? And I know you mentioned the Nick Bosa injury, and I think it would look a lot different if we didn't have Robert Saleh, right? I think that is.
If it were Nick Sorensen,
oh my goodness! Yep. If it was
figured out with Bosa,
man. If it was sorry, man, we would be done. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So. With Saleh at the helm calling the shots, I don't think we're going to feel it as much that we would if Sorensen was there. So shout out to Kyle for continuing to put that staff together.
Shout out to Robert Saleh for bringing Bryce Huff on the team. I feel like that guy isn't getting enough credit, man. He's hella good. I like him a lot. He's a dude, as they say. He's a dude.
Hey man, you know the good ones always got one in their pocket, man. So appreciate Saleh for that.
It's interesting that the Eagles couldn't figure that out. Like they couldn't use him at all. And now that he's on the Niners, like he could go for 10, 12 sacks this year. He already has 2 and 3 games.
Absolutely. I think with the Eagles, you know what I'm saying, they're when you got a system, when you got a formula that truly works and it's truly like spearheading, like, you know, leading the game, I think it's hard to change it. And I just don't think Huff really fit into what they envisioned for their team. And he just kind of was the odd man out. But
they threw $50 million at him, not really knowing who he was or how he fit. And now they're paying more for him than the Niners are. I love stuff like that. Anyway, I mean, I think the Niners defense should be all right or better than all right. But my question still comes down to the offense. You got the kicker squared away. You got a really good defense. What's going on? Is the offense ever going to get healthy? Ever?
I mean, as long as Kyle's here, I mean, we think we have the answer for that, right? His health has not been on our side, maybe 1 or 2 years, but it's just something that the team doesn't experience, you know. So looking forward, I'm hoping that this year, you know, we're taking it all on at the beginning of the season and we'll continue to get healthy throughout. And just to bring up something Anias was talking about, I know he brought up like the second string running backs and Jordan Mason and, you know, how much we need him here, man. Honestly, man, if we don't have a running back that's better than Christian McCaffrey, he's not playing much at all, right? Like we can have super second string running back there. As long as Kyle is comfortable in what he's doing, that running back's not going to play much. He's only going to play when Christian asks for the 1, and hopefully he'll get 2 or 3. You know what I mean? So I just want to see Kyle.
That's why that Christian contract was so bad, man. Because you can't. It's like you're paying him so much money. How do you take him off the field when you need to? Because he's not. In the past, if you could give him 32 plays or 25 touches, you're going to win. Now you could score 16 points.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's Kyle's comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? I think for Kyle, it's I don't think he likes to be uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? I think it's pretty evident in certain situations in big games where you're uncomfortable, tight situations when you're uncomfortable, situations where he doesn't have, you know, George Kittle or Debo on the field. We've seen examples of losing certain players. And when things get uncomfortable, what does Kyle look like? You know, so I think.
Well, did you notice, though, in this game, I felt like I didn't like his play calling in this game. I think he's been a good coach this year, but his play calling was just too focused on the guys he trusts. Ricky and Christian the whole game. And it's like, man, you got to mix it up. And what I liked so much about the final drive, the 2-minute hurry up drive, is it seemed like Mac took control. It was no huddle. Maybe Kyle was calling a play, but Mac was deciding who the first read was or where he was going with the ball. He got that one pass to Jake Tonjes so fast. I refuse to believe that Kyle called that play for Jake Tonjes. After the game, Mac was like, I was surprised that he was looking for it because we never complete that pass to the tight end. So Mac took over, and a big reason they won is he trusted Tonjes, trusted Sky Moore, and trusted Kendrick Bourne on the final drive.
Yeah.
Kyle needs to do that.
For sure. Gotta love it, man. The crazy part is, shout out to Mac for the like 2 successful 2-minute drills. I don't even know if I've seen that twice. Like I've seen Purdy do some game-winning drives, but effectively run 2 2-minute drills back to back. And when Mac was getting them to the line in a hurry, he was calling out plays with his hands. I don't even know if I've ever seen that. Like he called out a 4 and a 5. I'm like, yo, we got a 4 and we got a 5. Like
I didn't even know. I've never seen Purdy do stuff like that. Yeah.
You know, so I was.
Hey, Drippy Dad, how old are you?
How old? Damn. You asked me on how old I look. You asked me that on camera?
I feel you're younger than me. You're probably like 33.
Oh, man, I'm blessed, man. Thank you, Grant. Man, I just had a birthday, man. I just hit 39, man. I'm 39.
Oh, there you go. Okay, so you're about my age. You're a little older than me. So you remember the Steve Young era.
Oh, for sure. I'm an 86 baby. I'm an 86 baby.
So Mac Jones just won back-to-back games throwing at least 39 passes. You know the last quarterback to do that on the Niners was? Steve Young in 98.
Hey.
I'm just saying, man. I'm not saying Mac's the guy, but hey, shout out to Mac.
I mean, I think it's just letting us know that once again that you don't have to be an elite quarterback to be successful in Kyle's system. You know what I'm saying? So not taking anything from anybody. And sometimes I start getting down on Kyle a little bit, like, man, I'm just get tired of his same old. And then when you pull some layers back and see what he does with quarterbacks that wouldn't be successful under teams, you kind of start appreciating him a little bit more of what he
when he's
do.
Under like real pressure to perform, which is like every 3 or 4 years, he's good. I feel like there's not enough pressure on him internally. Like everyone just lets him do whatever. But this year there's real pressure on him because last year was a joke and he was bad last year. But so far this year, I feel like it's been the best of Kyle in every way. Like after games, after he's asked about interceptions, he's like, oh man, that's a bad play call. Like, who the fuck are you? What are you talking about? Since when do you say stuff like that?
Hey, I think it's unique when you have another leader of men in the building, how it can also inspire and have this snowball effect of what it looks like. And I think that's a great point, man. I think this could be challenging for Kyle to see, what it looks like from a different perspective, or how players gravitate, or how Salah moves the room. And hopefully that is some inspiration to him. Hopefully that is somebody close enough to Kyle to be like, you know what, yo, like how can I be more like that? Like how can I get the room to gravitate me and move people, through what I say and through trust and through belief, instead of just knowing I have all the answers.
And if you think about it, Salah's he's a better leader now than he was the last time he was here because he was just a head coach for 4 years. So I would imagine his presentation, his messaging, his presence is more refined, more powerful, and the team feels it because they remember him. Fred Warner was here. I bet it's pretty interesting. It seems like, and not to take anything away from Kyle either, because I think Salah needs him as well. They really get the best out of each other.
Absolutely. Yeah. But I think there's a small part of Kyle that knows, hey, I better get right before I get left. Yeah, absolutely. And they're taking all these lumps, quote unquote, to the roster. They're 3-0, and they're probably going to be 4-0 next year. So next week, so they can figure it out along the way. They've given themselves some breathing room. Hey man, you're 33 years old today, dude. I hope you enjoy it. All right, 3-3. All right, appreciate it. Hey,
all right, later, Drippy.
All right, brother. Appreciate you, man. All love.
All right, who we got? So Nana, aka 7P, you're next in line. There you go. What's going on, Nana? You're muted. Just press the little thing on your screen. The little microphone. There you go.
Hey,
there you go.
What's up? How you doing, Grant?
Good.
Doing good. It's been a while since I called. Last time I called, it's been a couple of years. Been missing
Okay.
your Cohn phone. Another, I just wanted to talk about a little bit the situation with Bosa. And I
Mhm.
know, like a lot of people are saying, like, "Oh, let's trade for Trey Hendricks," and like that's probably not going to happen because the Niners are, John Lynch is all about we're not going to do anything to jeopardize the future. But my whole look on that, like, that was cool. That statement was cool back in like 2021, 2022, but it's year 9 of this regime, dude. Like, if it's not now, when? Like, I look at it, they've done some good things, but they've also missed like that last like Super Bowl, the last Super Bowl they lost. Well, I felt like that was their chance that whole season, how it played out. I think everything set up how good McCaffrey was that year in 23, like everything set up for them. And then for them to lose like they did pretty much the same way they lost 54, I thought that was just like the gut punch right there to that franchise. And after that, I think it just broke a lot of people in that franchise. And for me personally, like just making the playoffs this year, that's not enough. Like I said, it's year 9. You got to win. You got to win the Lombardi. Like
I
you
agree. And
got
I
to win
think
the
what's
whole thing.
interesting is like,
And
they're probably going to win this week against the Jaguars. They should be 4-0. We'll see what happens. But then they'll face some teams that should be in the playoffs in the Rams and the Bucks back to back. Depending on how those games go, if the Niners lose close ones, if Stafford and Baker light them up because there's no pass rush, I mean, you still be like 4-2 approaching the trade deadline. Do you look at that and say, we're close? If we get one more, if we get Kayvon Thibodeau, we could actually beat these playoff teams? Or do you say, let's just roll with what we got? It'd be interesting to say. I think fans will be pretty upset if they sit on their hands here.
oh yeah, definitely. Because but I think like the reason for that is they're super comfortable. I know you just said in your last call that Kyle has some pressure, but like what kind of pressure is it? Is it, hey, if you don't get this done, you're out? I don't think so. Because I
Mm.
remember after they beat the Lions, Jed York came out and had that weird press conference where he was just talking all this inside information. And then I remember Lynch was like, "Oh, I wish you wouldn't have said that," or like, that's stuff we were trying to keep in house. But he said one thing that he pointed out, what really stuck out to me, Jed York said if they had lost the NFC championship that against the Lions, he would have considered it a successful season. I was like, what? That would have been 3 straight years of losing in the NFC Championship, and that's successful to you. So when I hear the owner says that, and then during the owners meeting, he was saying how the league and the public needs to think of the second place team, that when you lose the Super Bowl, they need to think of that differently. I'm like, dude, that to me, that shows that the Super Bowl to Jed York is like the dessert. It's not the main course. Like the
Right.
main course is winning 10 plus regular season games, making the playoffs. And if you happen to make it and win the Super Bowl, oh, that'd be great. But if you don't, it's still a successful season. And to me, like that's not the 49er way.
Yeah, from his perspective, a successful season
I'm
is having the number one season and the number one seed, hosting playoff games, multiple playoff games, and that's a lot of money. If you think about it.
yep.
NFC Championship game at home, that's a lot of money. Successful.
Yep. Like you look at
Yeah.
what the Rams did in 2021. They went all in and it worked for them. Yeah, it hurt them a little bit. They had a couple of seasons where they weren't doing anything, but now look at them. They're right back in it again. And like you have to take risks in order to be successful. And I feel like the Niners just play this like, we'll get this player. Like Christian McCaffrey was a good trade, but now look where he is. He's not that explosive. They re-signed Kittle, he's hurt. Re-signed Bosa a couple years ago, he's hurt. Debo's not here anymore. They picked a kicker in the 3rd round. He's not on the team anymore.
See, that's what I think.
Way
Like,
back in the day,
if they don't win if they don't win a playoff game this year, they may not fire Kyle, but they could fire John Lynch and say, like, look at these extensions, look at these contracts, look at these draft picks, dude. Like, this is why we didn't win a playoff this year. And that's kind of like neutering
Yeah.
Kyle because like then you bring in another general manager who's making the picks and telling Kyle what to do, and he would hate that.
Oh, definitely he would. He would. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. Yeah, the Lynch thing might be true because that'd be the last scapegoat for him to use
Yeah.
because he's had so many. I think the only time where he had to take accountability was for Trey Lance. I think that's the only time I remember him actually saying it was on me because he went on record saying that he wanted Trey and all that, and then he didn't have anybody to fall on. But like the Super Bowl last year, or not last year, but the Super Bowl, their last Super Bowl loss apparently was Wilk's fault, So
Yeah. Well, look, I got to take more callers, but I do think Kyle's going to be in trouble if, Saleh leaves after 1 year. If Saleh gets another head coaching job because people are so impressed, then Kyle and the Niners are right back to where they were last year.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Definitely.
All right, Nana, thanks for calling in.
Thank you, Grant.
7MP. Good to see you. All right, DJ Adams, you are next. Baby Sky, if you better not be driving. If you want to call in, you got to pull over because I don't want to kill anyone. Yeah, for sure. DJ Adam.
What's going on, Grant?
How you doing?
Based off what that last guy just said, Saleh's going to be gone after this year. I'm guaranteeing you he's going to be gone. I don't think Niners fans should get too attached
you can
to
just see the impact he makes not only on the defense but on like the overall team culture. It's so obvious.
Yeah, I think he's allowed only 5 touchdowns so far this year through 3 games.
Sounds right.
5 touchdowns.
He hasn't allowed
20
points in a game yet. The Niners have won a game scoring 17 points and 16 points.
Didn't the Saints score 20 points?
No.
Am I tripping?
What did they score? No, they did. Oh, they did. Saleh's so overrated. They scored 21.
The Saints. Nah, but what are some things? I see this 49ers team as, of course, better than the 2024, last year's 49ers, but worse than the 2023. I think this is a team that'll get a wild card spot, maybe win to the division, but this is not a championship contender. I don't see it as that, at least not in this current state.
I feel like this injury issue isn't going away. I mean, you can't predict injuries, but both quarterbacks are hurt right now. The only quarterback who's not hurt is Adrian Martinez. We don't even know. Adrian Martinez might start this weekend. We don't know. I mean, with Mac, like he hurt his knee, finished the game. Brock hurt his toe, finished the game, and now he's been out for 2 weeks. So I don't know, man. It just feels like they were hurt all offseason. They thought they could get it together, and they're not.
Yeah,
I don't know.
And okay, they're going to be extremely good on defense. I think Robert Saleh will figure it out, even with the Nick Bosa injury. I think that it's Kyle's offense that is going to continue to struggle with injuries, especially on the offensive line. And it's just I don't see them being the 2023 49ers with blowing out a whole bunch of teams. And I think this team's going to struggle to put up.
Spot is a bad spot, man. I mean, Aaron Banks at least was solid. You replace him with a guy who's already hurt, and now the replacement is playing hurt and a 7th round pick. That's a huge downgrade from Aaron Banks. I think we're seeing it.
You can't run the ball.
No, it's not looking good. Cooney looks hurt.
Okay. So it's Pooney, and McKivitz on the right side. I've been seeing what you say.
McKivitz is our second best offensive lineman, DJ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he used to be their worst offensive lineman, right? Like a couple years ago?
Yeah.
That's not okay. So Chris McCaffrey gets injured. Brian Robinson Jr. comes in. It'll probably happen at least 1 or 2 games minimum this season. And what are they going to do after that? What's Kyle going to do after that? I kind of want to see what Kyle
going to have. Is Kittle ever coming back? Is Ayuk ever coming back? I don't know.
I think Ayuk will come back and he'll be good. I think people are really forgetting about Ayuk coming back and how I think he's going to make an instant impact, or at least draw something away from Ricky.
That's cool though. So they'll have Robinson, Jennings, Ricky, Ayuk, Kittle. Can they run the ball though? That's my big question with this team. You got a good defense, you got good weapons. You have a bad offensive line and a run game that's broken right now. What are you going to do? Because they're not.
Well, if they have to constantly keep putting the ball in the
game, unless their quarterback is Mac Jones, I'm just saying it.
Yeah, if Purdy keeps getting put into close games near the end,
he throws too many picks to throw that many passes a game. You don't want him throwing 40 passes a game because he's going to throw 1 or 2 picks.
At least not the end of the game. I'm cool with him throwing a lot like early before
First half.
gets close.
Yeah, go
and,
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Yeah.
Try all your stuff.
Yeah.
See how
Yeah,
it
I
works.
Yeah.
What else? I think they're going to start 4-0. I think they're going to be Jacksonville coming up, but it's the Rams and the Bucks that I'm actually very interested to see. I'll be at the Texans game. What is that, week 8?
Yeah.
But
it's going to be interesting to see Renardo Green against Devontae Adams and Mike Evans back-to-back weeks.
The Rams also have a sneaky.
That's
good,
the guy
like,
I'm
front
worried
seven
about on
now.
this team. He could lose games for the Niners, Renardo Green. He's the new Jake Moody.
Yeah. I guess
for
that is
now.
the defensive part. I've been very high on Robert's defense, even with Nick Bosa going down. I thought that they were still going to be good, but it is that Renardo Green situation.
He inherited Renardo. Renardo's on his second D coordinator. I don't know. We'll see. He wasn't playing well in training camp. Then he missed 3 weeks, missed all of preseason. I don't know. He might take him a while to get going. He's not getting beat by a ton, except for that one.
That one.
That was dropped.
And that
one in New Orleans on the first drive that was dropped.
Yeah.
That was awful.
Why can't Robert Saleh force interceptions from his secondary?
I don't know. Well, maybe.
I mean, he used to always do that.
Well, if you don't throw it Lenore, Upton, Stout,
Yeah.
Green, Siegel, Pinnock, maybe it's the personnel.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be. All right, DJ. I got to take some more calls,
sense.
man.
Appreciate
Good to see you, though.
Yes,
I
sir.
appreciate you. We got Marcus. No, we got Baby Sky and then Marcus. You guys are both pulled over. I appreciate you, but Baby Sky was here first, and then we got Marcus. Baby Sky. Baby Ski.
What's up, Grant?
Oh, you sound like a robot. What's up?
Oh, man.
Talk. Oh, call back in. Call back in. Leave and come back. You be good. Hold on. That'll be fine. We go Marcus first then. Marcus.
What to do, Grant?
Oh, you got 2 phones?
My work phone.
What you got 2 phones for, huh? You sneaky.
Yeah,
You sneaky. All
I'm in beautiful Banning, California.
Banning?
Yes.
Where is that?
It's like Menifee going towards
I've been to Menifee. Paris.
Yes. Out here.
Yes.
Beautiful. Visiting customers.
Lake Elsinore.
Anyways, I was at the game Sunday. That was fun.
Okay.
We definitely got lucky to win that. I just jumped on, so I don't know what the heck you guys are talking about other than Nick Bosa being injured and how lucky.
How do you
we
feel
are to
about
be
that? Feeling good about the team? Vibes up, vibes down, 3-0, no Bosa?
I mean, I didn't really have very high expectations other than we have a weak schedule. I think we're definitely ahead of schedule, which is awesome. If we get this Jacksonville and we still lose the 2 games after that, we're 4-2. That's a great start. I mean, we're at worst the first quarter we're 3-1, right? 4-0. That's a good start.
Yeah.
I think it comes down to health, and obviously as of right now haven't been the healthiest team. I think we got super lucky to win that game, especially with the time of possession in the first half. That was atrocious. But I feel good. I feel good about it. I mean, the schedule sets up for us to be in the playoff hunt. So.
What I don't like about the injury stuff is like there's a certain amount of injuries you're going to take on as a football team, but I feel like you keep bringing back this old core that gets hurt and you get surprised. You're like, man, if these guys can just stay healthy, man, they haven't stayed healthy in a long time. You should just get younger.
Yeah.
Make some hard decisions because it seems like the defense got a lot younger this offseason and those guys are staying healthy, the young ones.
Yeah. And we didn't bring on any older veterans like we have in years past, which is good, right? We got an infusion of youth, and so far the youth are the ones that are staying healthy and getting the playing time, which is awesome. I'm interested to see if Nick Martin starts getting some play.
I'd like to see that because they now have Jair Brown starting an outside linebacker, and why? Is that good? I don't know.
They want to get him on the field. So, I mean, I guess that's good. Or they may want to trade him. I don't know once Mustafa comes back.
Maybe he's better in coverage than Nick Martin. I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Overall, I'm pretty happy with where we're at. Like, I can't really complain about anything really, other than that we can't run the ball, and that's not a recipe for especially Kyle Shanahan to go very far.
It's interesting that Bosa's out for the year, and most Niner fans who called in today are still more concerned about the offense.
Yeah, it's wild. Like we had the ball. We had the three. We started the game with 3 and outs last week, right? Am I correct in that? Yeah, it was brutal. So luckily the defense kept us in the game. Tried to give it away at the end, but came through. Have a new kicker. That was beautiful. Panera with a game winner. That was awesome. Welcome to the team. Yeah, I think
Banning, California. So you're on the way to Palm Springs.
No, I'm an account manager for Herc Rentals. So I have
You're going out to Palm Springs you're out there for the weekend. It's hot though, right?
It is very hot out here. It's 91 degrees.
Zone? That's where the outlets are. You're going to the outlets.
I'm the exit from the outlet right now, but I'm done for the day. I'm about to head back into Riverside right now. Start working my way home.
Sure. That sounds good. I like that. Riverside's a nice spot.
Yeah. Nice place to visit, I guess.
Mo Valley? It's nice at the Mo Valley. Mo Valley?
Mojave.
Yeah. I've been to the mall in Mo Valley. It was nice. It was a nice mall. All right, Marcus. I'll let you get back to your day. Having a good time over in Cabazon. I'll see you.
Bye.
Oh, my. I've done that drive before. All right, baby skis. You're the last call of the day.
Oh, what up, Grant?
What's up?
How you doing, man?
Good, man. How you doing?
I'm good. Man, I just had to say, before we get into this, I know it's been a little bit, but seeing you trend on Twitter was the funniest thing ever,
that was so
bro.
funny, man.
It was because I've been watching you since freshman year, a little before the 2019 Super Bowl, 2018, and I was like, okay, this is just Grant's personality, he's just funny. And then I'm on Twitter one day, I see somebody a Ravens fan talking about, I wish we had reporters like Grant Cohn, and I'm like, is he talking about Grant Cohn? And then you just started trending, bro.
That shit was funny.
Hilarious, bro. But okay, what was the question again? My bad, I forgot.
How do you feel about the Niners? They're 3-0, but Bosa's out for the year. Feeling good? Feeling not so good?
I don't think it could be worse. Definitely, I know Bosa was probably gonna have maybe one of the best years he's had this season. Well, it started like that. I don't think it's horrible though, to be honest. With Mikael Williams starting to play more of the 11th overall pick, Bryce Huff is still hooping. I think the D line's gonna be fine. I can't lie. I think we're actually pretty deep in there. And then with Saleh, I think Saleh is gonna start doing a lot more blitzes, a lot more corner blitzes. I think with Bosa being out on that, he's on the left side. I definitely think we're gonna start seeing a lot more corner blitzes. I think the biggest concern, besides Renardo Green being on the team right now, is I would say the offense, man. I think Kyle, and I don't want this to sound like I hate Kyle Shanahan, because I kind of do, but I don't think Kyle's offense has been good in 3 seasons. Yeah. Even when CMC was offensive player of the year, it doesn't take a genius to be yo, I'm gonna do a halfback dive with Christian McCaffrey, and then he's gonna crib it 70 yards.
Yeah.
So I think the whole Shanahan's an offensive genius, I think it's starting to get a little played out. I
think we saw it in this last game. Again, what was his idea against the Cardinals? Give the ball to Christian. Give the ball to Christian. Man, that's not gonna cut it in 2025.
Especially, and the thing is, with CMC back in the day, if we're giving McCaffrey more than half the overall snaps, we're putting up 30, 40 points. We're giving him 60, 70% of the snaps, and we're only putting up 14 points. That doesn't look good. That does not look good at all. And especially since he's, I hate to say injury prone, but since he's injury prone, if we're only putting up 14 points with CMC getting the ball that many times, if Christian McCaffrey goes out, are we gonna even be able to score?
Hey man, it might at this point. I'm gonna say something blasphemous. it might improve the offense because now you might actually spread the ball around.
That's true.
I'm just saying, man, it's not his fault. It's not his fault. And there are ways that you could use him that would make the offense better, but 32 of 62 offensive plays dedicated to him, that's hurting the offense.
Yeah, especially with like Ricky Pearsall. Ricky Pearsall's been hooping, bro. I don't understand why we're not like we're giving him the ball,
Kendrick
but
Bourne
like
was solid. Tondres has stepped up every time they throw him the ball.
yeah, that's
DeMarcus
true.
Robinson's coming back and Jennings is good. Like, it can't be the Christian McCaffrey offense anymore. He's part of it.
Especially in 2025. Like, I don't want to get.
He's
CMC
part of it, but
injured
he's not the
'cause,
whole
like,
thing. I love how they saved him till the final play on the final drive. It was like everyone but him, and then finally the screen to McCaffrey for the knockout blow. Perfect.
Yeah, I will give Shanahan that play. That play was good, man.
Yeah,
running the
that was
screen.
great.
He probably could have scored a touchdown. I don't know why
A lot of people saying he could have scored a touchdown on that, but at least, you know, when you got Eddie Pinheiro on your team, just let him win the game.
For real. I survived Jake Moody, man. That's my biggest accomplishment of 2020.
That would be such a funny ass t-shirt.
I survived Jake Moody. Girl, I'm telling you, bro, you can make it. Start selling it. Bam. Bam.
Oh,
I just might
man.
sue you if it takes off.
Yeah, we'll split it. All right, man. Have a good one.
All right, Grant.
Peace. All right, we got some prize picks. So the Niners prize picks are in for this week against the Jags. Let's start with, passing yards. They don't know who the quarterback's going to be yet. So Trevor Lawrence, 228.5 against the Niners defense, missing Bosa. I'm gonna say less, just because I think Trevor Lawrence kind of sucks. That's my assessment. Christian McCaffrey, 70.5 rushing yards. Absolutely not. They could give him 30 carries. He still wouldn't get it. Travis Etienne, 55.5. No, I'm the biggest hater in the world today. Receiving yards. Christian McCaffrey, 42.5. What do you have last week? 88 yards last week? Jesus. Yeah, I think they're throwing the ball more. How about TDs? Ricky, is he going to score a touchdown? No, I don't think he will. I would say no on that. Christian on a touchdown? Like, I don't feel great about it, but yes on that. And then let's go Arizona, Seattle. Sam Darnold, 221.5 passing yards, more or less, against Arizona. Oof. I'm going to say less. I'm sorry. Arizona's defense is good, and I think Seattle's a little overhyped right now. Boom. Those are my picks. Pretty negative, hate-filled prize pick today because sometimes I feel like picking more all the time just isn't it. So I'm flexing it. I'm submitting it. Download PrizePicks today. Use promo code COHN. Play $5. Get 50 instantly in lineups when you use promo code Cohn. The app is available in 45 states, including California and Texas, and this is the premier pick an app. If you want to make picks, why would you not make PrizePicks? PrizePicks are the best picks. And you just saw how I do it because I'm so good at the picking. All right, guys. That's my show for today. My dad will be back on Thursday after Rosh Hashanah. So stay tuned for the Cohn Zone if you were looking forward to it today. We're back on Thursday, and then next week back on Tuesday, our normal time.